Installing the Astra theme and setting it up is extremely easy. What I've got here is a default installation of WordPress. I've just installed it fresh. So after you log in, what you need to do to install Astra is go down to Appearance and click on Themes. We want to add a new theme, so click on the button there. Let's search for Astra. There it is. Click Install, and when it's done installing, click Activate. Beautiful, so the theme is now installed onto your WordPress. What you should now do is install the starter templates. This will help you fast track the process of getting a website set up. Now you can do this one of two ways. If you've just installed Astra, you should see this. Let's get started with starter templates, right? And click on that. But if you don't see that, all you need to do is go to plugins, we want to go to add new plugin. You can upload a plugin or install a new plugin by searching here. We'll search for starter templates. Again, if this big blue button exists, just use that. It'll be faster. If not, this is it. Click install now. And if it isn't already activated, just go to installed plugins. Now that we've installed the starter templates, go down and click on activate if it isn't already activated. Then you should see this. Now what you can do when you go here is you can also click on the Get Started button. What you'll see here is an option to select if you want to start building the website by yourself or start with some classic starter templates. And that's what I recommend. You can build with pre-existing templates. Now, this will help you install a page builder called Elementor. Now, there's two ways to do this. Go through the method I just showed you, or you can go back to plugins, add new plugin, search for Elementor. And Elementor is great because it'll really help you fast track the process of setting up any web page. It is a very intuitive interface. So click install and hit activate. There we are, we're done. Now, this is the same process, but again, I showed you a different process in case you cannot access this screen. But effectively, you will now be able to then select a theme or a design, right, that you want to start building your site with. So let's go to Elementor. We want to start building with Elementor. We've already installed it, so it's not going to ask us to install it again. And this is where the fun starts. You can actually go through all of these designs that are pre-built for you and implement any one of them. Now, the premium one does require you to subscribe to the premium version, so that's up to you. Check the link in the description below for direct access to that. But otherwise, you should be able to access all other themes, all other designs, I should say, that do not have the premium associated with it. So one good thing to do is search the type of business that you want to set up a website for. So let's say you want to set one up for an accountant. You'll get some ideas here for accountants. You can select from any one of these. Let's have a look. You can have a look at the look and feel, see if you like them. You can even adjust the color palette when it loads, right? There you go. Or you might not like that one. You can select a different one. Or let's say you want to set one up for a plumber. Let's see what they have built, ready to go. It's so simple. Or you can just browse through the many designs that they have. Okay, in this instance, I'll probably go with one of the accountant sites. I'm going to try and change up the style just a little bit. Okay, we'll go with the original. Okay, now you wanted to import all of the items necessary for it to build this particular website for you automatically. So keep those checked, submit and build my website. Give it a few minutes and it will import that whole website for you to start building off as a base. In the next steps, you'll see how to customize any aspect of your website. This process here will just get you started. It'll do 90% of the heavy lifting up front. So then all you need to do is go in and make your required changes to your content, your text and your images and your links. There we go. We are done in about 1 minute and 45 seconds. Now you can view your website or visit the WordPress dashboard again. But effectively, if you now load your domain, you'll see that that entire website design is now live. It lives and breathes. And the beauty of it is this has done 90% of the heavy lifting. Next, you can go in and change the text, the images, add new pages, everything else you need to make it your own. And that's what I'll show you now. Now that we've got a live website with an Astra design, I'll now take you through some basic edits that you can make to get yourself started. So if you go and log in and then visit your website while logged in, you'll notice this black strip at the top. Now instead of editing the page, what we want to do is edit with Elementor. The reason is it'll give you a WYSIWYG, what you see, what you get style editor, where it's very simple and straightforward to make any changes. So let's say you want to edit this headline. All you need to do is click there. It'll open up that section in the sidebar and you can update the name. You can edit text, adding, removing, etc. You can edit buttons by clicking on the button, choosing the type of button, updating the call to action, and also adding the URL you want the button to be linked to, and the size of the button, etc. Images. Just click on an image, and then you can choose an image to upload from your computer or from your existing media library if you've already got a bunch of images there. You can also link images if you need to by using this field here. You can link it to a custom URL or another media file of your choice. You can also completely remove the image if you want to. Another thing to cover is the background styles. So say this paragraph, for example. If you click on the style icon here, you'll see that you can align the text to the center, to the right. You can update the text color. Very important if you're changing the color of the background to then update the color of the text so that it contrasts, right? And you'll see it live as you select your color there. Oops. There we are. And you can also update the style of the font, the size of the text, the spacing, and all of that to your liking. In the Advanced tab, you've got some other things such as padding, the amount of space that you want to leave on the left, right side, up and down, top and bottom, around your text. Similarly, you can do the same thing with images and really control how you want it to be styled, the background, the size, the opacity, as you see there, and also the padding around the image. So all of that will get you started with making some basic updates in Astra. Of course, when you make any updates, I forgot to tell you, you need to go down here and click on the update button. Only then will it save and take effect live on the internet after you hit update. Okay, so I'll close that now. Another thing you can easily do is make changes to your header and your footer. So your header being this area up here and your footer being this area here. To do that, go into Appearance, Customize, and go up to the Header Builder. Here you'll be able to change things such as the logo, right? If you hover over there, click on the pencil icon, you'll be able to choose a different logo You can upload one from your computer to the media library and replace it for your own custom logo. You can also change the size of the logo and ensure that it is applicable to desktop, mobile, or both. You can also make some certain configurations in relation to the design of the header. So this is the transparent header. If you want, you can also change the text and the link to the button. That's this one here. It's really good to have a call to action if you've got a business up the top right corner, such as, free consultation or get a quote. It's really handy tool to have, so you can easily make that edit. Now, to change the footer, what I actually recommend is if you go back to your page here and then click on, here it is, Edit with Elementor, and then hover over that and click on Footer. Just like a word editor, all you need to do is click on the section that you want to update and update it in the WYSIWYG editor on the left hand side here. It's really, really simple. You can also change the social media buttons by adding your links, by clicking on that, adding the link to your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. Or you can also add more icons for other social media that you may have. You're also going to want to add new custom pages to your Astra website. The way to do this is very simple. Go back into your dashboard, go to Pages, and click on Add a New Page. Enter your title. So in our case, let's say we want to create a page called Our Services. Then click on Edit with Elementor. You've got two options here. You can create a brand new page using a pre-built template so that you don't have to do too much heavy lifting, right? Or you can create a new page from scratch yourself. To create one using a pre-built template, it's much easier. So what you do, you click on Add Template over here. You then click on Pages. And you can scroll through the various pre-built page templates to create your brand new page. So let's say Our Services, and let's say this format here or layout kind of does the job for us. We could use that. You'll see many are only available to pro users, so that's up to you. I'll leave the link in the description for that. And you can go from there. Just an FYI, you can also click on blocks and you can add certain blocks to your brand new page to also start pre-building your page rather than create each module on its own. So let's start with adding this page. Let's click Insert. And you're going to need to sign up for Elementor to be able to then use that template. The other way is to create a page yourself from scratch. So the way you do that is use these various containers and drag and drop. So let's add a container there. By clicking on these dots here, we'll go back to this ability to select what modules you want to add. So maybe we want to add a video within that container. You can then update the link to that particular video that you want to display. Say above that video you want to display a title or a heading. So let's drag and drop heading. You can also rearrange, right? You can also click the plus icon there to add another container. You can add text, images, anything you really want from this list over here. But like I said, using a pre-built template is much, much easier. Now just a quick tip, if you want to leave this Elementor edit page, click on the hamburger menu and click exit. You should be able to exit back to the WordPress dashboard. Let's just head up here. There you go, back in the dashboard. Now the final thing I want to show you is how to edit the menu. So go to Appearance and Menus. This is the top menu that you see on your website. And if you want to edit any of this, you can actually drag and drop into the order in which you want it to appear. You can click on the drop down here to remove, and you can also add more pages from here that you want to be displayed on your menu. Or you can add custom links. So once you go creating your pages, don't forget to add them to the menu structure of your new website. If you indent, such as that, you'll see a drop-down menu appear after you go down and click Save Menu. So anyway, I hope I've given you a great overview of how to install the Astra theme and how to quickly create your brand new website using Astra and Elementor. If you have any questions or improvements that you think we can make to this, please leave them in the chat.